Good afternoon. I am a professor of management at Vlerick Business School, and I love being a professor of management. I love the concepts, I love the theories, I love the methods. I even love being AAA at some moments, namely being abstract, being analytical, and being a little bit even at a distance from the subject, some emotional detachment from our subject. But there is a problem. I also have to teach, and that means that I'm much afraid of the fourth A in our job, which is the Acapulco syndrome. And that means that an audience like this, after some 10 to 15 minutes, starts seeing the palm trees of Acapulco waving through the speaker. And I wonder what I can do about.
Why are you not King Arthur?
I'm not King Arthur, I'm Marc Buelens.
Okay, we all agree on that, but didn't we come here today to hear people say mesmerizing words, to be inspired, to hear wise men talk to us? Didn't we come here today to hear kings? And we got you? Well, but you're stealing away our suspension of disbelief.
I beg your pardon, stealing what?
Our suspension of disbelief. We came here to listen to stories. We wanted to be moved. We wanted a king. So again, why are you not King Arthur?
But I'm a professor, I'm not an actor.
Was King Arthur an actor?
No.
So I didn't ask you to be an actor, right? I asked you to be King Arthur.
Okay.
Other question. Does Colin Firth have a speech problem?
No.
But his character did in A King's Speech. See? So one has nothing to do with the other. Okay. Character, person. Again, why are you not King Arthur?
Well, I'm supposed to be good in teaching. I'm not supposed to be good in acting.
But you are good in acting. Everyone is good in acting.
Okay, but we got a fifth A in our job, which is authenticity. I have to remain the same person all of the time.
Did you just say you have to remain the same person all the time? That's impossible. You know, research.
Oh, yeah,
that must interest you. Research has shown us that when you take the life partners of people in leadership positions and you make them shadow their spouses for about a day, they discover whole new sides to them. Really? And we all have that. You know, you come into a party and people expect things from you. Oh, he's a funny guy. He knows the fun stuff. Or, oh, you always know the fun gossip. Tell us some. We all have roles. Don't you recognize that?
Yeah, I used to be dean of our school and it was a very busy life. And I remember that I phoned my wife. I needed her really to talk to her. But our daughter Tinne took up the phone. And I said, Tinne, can you pass me your mother? She said, Dad, I'm not your secretary.
And why did she say that?
Well, I was very busy in those moments, so she caught me in my managerial role when I have to plan, time management, organize.
You said the magic word. Huh? You said the word role. So we established the fact that you can play a role, so you are an actor. You are acting. Oh, good. So I repeat the question, why are you not King Arthur?
Why am I not King Arthur?
Yeah.
Because I'm not dressed like King Arthur?
Have you seen Dangerous Liaisons?
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful movie with Glenn Close, you know, playing Marquise de Marteuil with these wonderful costumes, you know. Now, let me ask you, were you mesmerized, were you intrigued by her character because of these wonderful costumes, or because she put a great character on stage?
I was intrigued by something else. At some moments, she wasn't wearing any clothes at all. So it must be the character. It must be the character.
But I have to say that, indeed, our suspension of disbelief can be helped by costumes, but is also dangerous, because when you dress up like a king, but you're not a king, then you're just going to be a man with a crown on his head, which is quite silly now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So we established the acting thing. Now, what does an actor need, Professor?
Let's analyze that. I love that. An audience.
Oh, but we got the audience. See, they came here today especially to say you. What else? What else? What else do we need?
A script. A script.
Do you have your script? Do you have a story?
When I teach, I have the script of science. And when managers, they present their budgets, they have the script of the budget, the strategy. Sometimes they write the script themselves, but sometimes New York has written the script. Close the thing.
The thing is, we're here to talk about the character. We want you to be King Arthur. And if you're going to be King Arthur in Excalibur, or you're going to be King Arthur in First Knight, or you're going to be King Arthur in the Holy Grail, that's another thing. The thing is, we need a King Arthur. So good, we got our audience, we got our story. What else? What else do we need?
Me.
Yes,
Me.
We need you. We need actors to put life, to put flesh around these characters, okay? And we want these actors to give us the suspension of disbelief. We love Robert De Niro when he gained 60 pounds for his part in Raging Bull. We love that because it takes us away into a different world, doesn't it? Are you tired?
Yes, I didn't sleep well last night, lecturing for such an elite
We don't
audience.
care. No, we don't care. We came here today to listen to you, to all your wise, mesmerizing words, and we don't care whether you're tired or
Mrs.
not.
Actress, I'm tired.
But we seriously, you all came here today. Some of you paid good money to be here. Some of you gave up time to be here. Some of you put their children into daycare to be here. So we deserve the very best of you.
Okay.
Do you think King Arthur is tired when he speaks to his fellow men?
I'm not tired.
No.
I'm not tired.
Okay, not tired. Good. Character.
Character.
What's a character?
Oh, that's an easy question.
Okay.
It's a set of attitudes, behaviors, principles, body language.
Ooh, body language. Professor, how interesting. Body language.
Yeah.
You know that movie with Mel Gibson? You know, the one where he speaks to his... Braveheart, when he speaks to the Scotsman, and he says, kill the English. Basically, that's what he says. He said it a lot better. Kill the English.
Yeah.
Does he do that behind a lectern?
No, he's sat on a horse.
Well, they forgot the horses. Good. But why don't you come here? See?
Yeah.
There's the audience. Can you feel them?
Hi, audience.
See, and isn't that wonderful to feel?
But what to do with my hands?
Do you have a personal problem with your hands?
No.
Does King Arthur have a personal problem with his hands?
No.
So, Professor, I got a question for you. How do you call an actress who's too self-involved?
A diva.
How do you call a professor who's too much involved with himself?
A boring guy.
Do you want to be a boring guy?
No.
So, anyway, let's start again. So you're not boring. Good. There's the audience.
Yes.
We got our script. Now be a king.
I am a king.
No, actually, now you're thinking about making spaghetti sauce. Okay, can you imagine Sean Connery saying, I'm Bond, James Bond, like you just did?
No.
No, you have to believe the lines. You have to believe you're in the moment. Okay, say it again.
I am Bond, James Bond.
Much better.
Yeah.
Much better. But we're gonna stick with the King Arthur.
Okay.
We gotta stick with the King Arthur. Okay.
Sorry.
You got the principle of the king, the character.
The character.
Now, let me ask you, Professor, what is your story? What do you tell?
I teach, that's my pet subject, I teach decision making, loss aversion. Firstke and Kahneman, great Nobel Prize winners. And then I use that famous quote from if you can make one heap of all your winnings, risk in one turn of pitch and toss, lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. Yeah.
Great. What is your most inspiring speech?
Oh, that's another easy question. That's June 26, 1963, Berlin, Kennedy. Ich bin ein Berliner.
How come when you say these words, I'm much more intrigued than when you said if? You know why? You forget the secret. Every character has a secret. We want you to go out of this room. We want you to go home with a secret, something you didn't know before, but you know now. We want that. So don't forget the secret, okay? So Tell them again.
Okay. I'll go for it. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it in one turn of pitch and toss, lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss.
That's a lot better, but I could feel it, but I couldn't understand it. Does that make sense? Because you were way too fast.
Oh, yeah, but that's a classic problem in our field. We professors, near the end of our lecture, we normally squeeze everything in, and then we hurry up, and then we have the Acapulco
We actors, we do that a lot as well. We say, to be or not to be.
Yeah.
That is a question whether it is nobler in the mind to solve the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or by opposing end them to die to sleep, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is air to die to sleep a chance to dream, and by a dream to say we end. Is that make?
No, you're kidding. You don't do that. You don't do that. No.
Then why do you do it?
Well,
see, take your rhythm. Every character has a rhythm. Meryl Streep has a completely different rhythm as Margaret Thatcher than what you did in Kramer versus Kramer, right? So keep your rhythm. Do you think a king has a fast rhythm?
No, kings speak slowly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think kings move fast?
No, they make their point. They don't run around.
So body language. So outward. You have a high status, professor. High status.
Oh, professor.
Outward. Make eye contact. Smile.
Okay.
Now, go for it.
I'll do for it. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it in one turn of pitch and toss, lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss.
Respect.
Thank you.
You have a hard job, don't you?
Yes, I think my students should know that we professors have to do those academic research, those top publications, that teaching is difficult, and especially changing the tone and
yes,
having...
but I can see
it's a hard
that.
work.
It's very hard.
That's why I'm tired sometimes.
Yes, you're so tired. I can understand. We have the same actors. You remember that movie with Gene Kelly singing in the rain? Oh my God, and he worked so hard to get the choreography right. He practiced for years to dab dance in the way he did at that point. He studied, and you could see the agony in his face, and you could see how he had to sweat.
No, sorry, he was smiling all of the time. He was smiling all of the time.
Professor Buelens,
yes,
I beg to differ. Mr. Kelly wasn't smiling. Mr. Kelly was working. His character was smiling. The same here. Your character is smiling. Your character wants to share the secret. You had to do the research, but we don't care if you worked very hard to do the research. We want to be mesmerized. Mesmerize us, professor.
Oh. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it in one turn of pitch and toss, lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. Oh, it seems to work.
You.
It seems to work.
See, it works. It works. It really does. I am Nele Snoeck. I am an actress, and I'm very proud to be an actress.
I am Marc Buelens, and I'm a professor, and I'm very proud to be a professor.
But sometimes acting is a job.
Sometimes being a professor is a job, is a work. It's hard work.
But it's the best job in the world. I love telling the stories. I love creating the characters, and I love an audience. And in the end, when we take our bows, and the audience applauds because they got the characters, they understood the story, then we actors, we just look out, we breathe and smile.